Hi Taurus, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. Let's begin. Alright, we're going to ask Archangel Michael to give us something as a significant energy for your reading. What is it that Taurus most needs to know right now today? Thank you, Archangel Michael. And please like and subscribe. As I said, please like and subscribe, even if it doesn't resonate with you, because it will eventually come back around and it will resonate with you. So please like and subscribe if you will. That really helps me out a lot. It makes me feel good too. Okay, so what do we got here? I was just going to pick it. We've got storm. Oops, storm. So things are blowing. Things are in a bit of an upheaval. Storm. We're going to read it. Of course, we're going to read it. Storm, storm, storm. Storm. Okay. In the heart of a storm, our ability to bend without breaking is the ultimate protector. As you see, the trees are really bending. Guiding us through rough times with grace and agility. As fierce gales howl around us, threatening to uproot the very ground we stand on, it's our inner flexibility that allows us to move with the storm rather than stand rigid, risking fracture. And to be resilient as well. This adaptability under duress is not just a survival tactic, it's a testament to the human spirit's undefeatable will to persevere. Even as the chaos ensures, a quiet confidence hums within us, a reminder that storms, no matter how fierce, are but transient. The knowledge that we have weathered storms before and stood tall in their aftermath instills in us the belief that calm will once again return, and with it a stronger version of ourselves. Yet there are storms of such magnitude that they shake us to their core. These disruptions strip us bare, leaving us vulnerable and exposed, questioning our resilience. When the gale pushes, friction forces a spark in these moments, igniting a fire of creativity and invention, propelling us to discover new ways to withstand the storm, to persevere. Through this struggle, this constant push and pull between the urge to hold on and the necessity to let go, we uncover hidden strengths and learn that sometimes the greatest creations emerge from the darkest times. So yeah, challenges like storms can, if we but allow it to have our trust and faith in it, and knowing that we're going to be okay, because you've been through storms before. Maybe not exactly like this one, but all you have to do is say, hey, I can do this. I can do this. Even if I don't have enough money for rent this month, it's going to work out one way or another. It'll work out in my favor. You know, it will be the best outcome for you, because even if you have to leave your place because your landlord won't accept that you can't pay your rent, then you'll be moving to another place where you're going to have opportunities to meet people, to have maybe just anything. It could be a place where you might have a flatmate and the two of you get on really, really well. You're good friends, or maybe a romantic partner, or it's in an area of town where there's so much more life, there's so much more available, there's just opportunities abound. You just feel like you belong. It's just the bottom line here is that change can be good for you. Change can be good, and it could be that it's all about the change has come about as a result of something that's been torn down, like a tower, or upheaval, like a storm can do. Alright, let's get some more information. Got justice. That's 11. Yeah, that's a master number. Mastering that which would have you under. See you under. Down and out. Let's get some clarification. 5 of Swords. Yeah. That would otherwise have left you sabotaged, or you sabotaging yourself in some way. Okay, let's get the Lenormand. What does the Lenormand want to say, Archangel Michael? Scythe. The Scythe, which is the Cherry Twilight, which is more generally, I have to say generally now, it's generally more, it's not always, generally more the shadowy side of the Twilight. There's Lilac Twilight, which seems to be more of a positive, but it's not fully always fully positive, but it's more positive than the Cherry Twilight version. There's 2 cards in the deck. That's why the deck's so big. 2 cards in the deck of everything. So there's 2 scythes. One will be the white number of 10, which is the Lilac Twilight, and then the other one will be the Cherry version. Cherry Twilight, the more shadowy side. Okay, overall with the scythe, it's called a coca. Oh, jeez, it's in the wrong language. That's what it's called. That's why it's saying that. Hang on. Okay, scythe. Traditionally, it's a need for resolute action to cut off an anachronistic ending a long period. Final effort, long-awaited result. Okay, so the Cherry Twilight description is transience of life. Didn't that? It said transient. It says storms are transient. Yes. Vain efforts, warning that time was up. Okay, so there's been a warning that time is up. Life is changing. It says transience of life. So it's changing, like it's the ebb and flow, right? Of the ups and downs. That life is in, like, not in the flow at the moment, it's in the ebbing. Or if we want to talk about the moon cycles, because that's every 30 days, we're in either the waxing or the waning. The waxing is where you're moving forward, doing things, and setting yourself up for what it is that you need to achieve and learn and stuff like that. And then through the waning time, that's where things are kind of like you're sacrificing, moving forward. You're kind of in this lull, this ebb of processing what it was that happened during the waxing. Whatever, let's say, waves we make during the waxing, we have to then process those waves and make sense out of them. Okay, let's go. Let's find out from Beetlejuice what it is that Taurus most needs to know about this waxing and waning time of life. The sabotaging and the justice that comes out of it. Maybe it is karmic debt, that justice is seeing things sabotaged for you, that you brought about because of some kind of previous karmic debt. The storm. Let's see. We have the 5 of Swords. Wow. Big energy here. 5 of Swords. Jeez, big energy. There's had to be a lot of justice to handle 2 big energies like that. The 4 of Wands. Okay, that's supposed to be stability, celebration, reunion, coming together, in celebration, stability, structure. Maybe it has to do with a house. Okay, some kind of house structure. The 7 of Wands. Look at, we got a house there, right there. That became your fortress. It was your fortress. I sure wish this table wasn't wrinkly. It became your fortress. A 7 of Wands. Where you are standing above it all, so that you can actually see the lay of the land, like as if you're in a tower. And I don't mean the tower that's breaking, falling. It could be, but anyways, you've got a bird's eye view, and there could be people or things or life or just energy poking at you, trying to bring you down, right? Because that's why they're poking at you. They're trying to get you off your, they say, you could say high horse. They're trying to get you off that higher level, so that you're on the same level as them. You know how we say when you don't want to stoop to their level? Yeah. So you want to be a level above at least, and behave more morally, more upright and just. Okay, let's see here. we've got the Fool, okay? Betelgeuse. 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 It doesn't say Beetlejuice, but it must be maybe in another language or something. Betelgeuse. Yes. All right. So the Fool. And then we got the Magician. So the two major arcanas, one after each other. So having all the resources and manifesting, creating something that is right for you. Knight of Wands. Wow. Knight of Wands. That's one inside of the other. Look at that. It's like an anaconda swallowed a lizard or another snake or something. Okay. And the Three of Swords, a heartbreak. Someone was playing. Someone manifested. Someone took a leap of faith or just a risk. A risk became risky. And manifested, Knight of Pleasure. Just the Knight of Wands, which is, it could also be emigrating, but, these cards with on either side of it with the Three of Swords, I would say it had to do with having an extramarital affair or clandestine affair. It didn't have to be that you're married, but that somebody had stepped out of your commitment to be busy with somebody else or more. And then we have the 12, which is the Hangman. He is hanging, by his elbows. You got the hooks in his elbows. Beetlejuice, right? All right, so he's got it looks like he's got a document here that he read, and it's caused him to pull back and think, I'm being sacrificed. I'm being sacrificed. Meaning that maybe your person is wanting to break up with you. And that you might be losing the home. The place that the two of you built together. And I don't necessarily mean you actually built it, but you could have. But the life you had together that you built with the Four of Wands, no, that's the Seven of Wands, pardon me, but this is the Four of Wands. Same thing though. So this is like about a house or a reunion or celebration. And I don't think that's about a reunion or celebration. I think it's about a structure. Structure, that the two of you become a structure with, maybe you had family too, kids. But the Seven of Wands is that you're now having to defend your stability. Because somebody, they stepped out on you, they took a risk, or you took a risk. You might have taken a risk and manifested an affair, or some kind of affair, right? That broke their heart, and now they're leaving you hanging because they don't want to have anything to do with somebody who's not going to stay within the parameters of a trusting, loyal relationship. But I would think that it's this person, your person has taken a risk, stepped out, and manifested an affair which is breaking your heart. And this I'm feeling is you. I don't feel this is them. I feel like it's you. So it's like they are the one who's done this, and that your house is it's under threat of being taken out from underneath you, or that you have to leave, and that the house has got to be sold, and you may be trying to defend it, saying, hey, why should me and the kids have to leave the house because he or she had an extramarital affair or had an affair. That's not fair, justice, right? That's not fair. And you might be feeling like you have been hung out to dry, right? Hung out to dry with the Hangman. No place to really go right now that you know of. So it's kind of like you're going to be, the divine is going to say, okay, let's say your name is Julie, okay? Okay, Julie, let's put you here. They sit you in a chair. The divine comes along and sits you in a chair. This has been going on, and they know now that you're feeling like you've been hung out to dry. They put you in the chair and they say, look, you're feeling this way because we need you to just sit still for a while we work things out for you behind the scenes. You know, because we have your back. You just have to have faith in that. Things may not move as quickly as you would like to see them move, but it's because we need to get the right person or the right people, the right information, the right timing, and the right, props, whatever they have to get together from the ethers. Have everybody kind of be inspired in their thinking, because that's how the divine works through us. Our thinking in our heart has to be inspired by the divine, by angels or whatever, their spirit guides and whatever. They have to be inspired to think kind of in the way that they need to think, so that they can be in contact with the other people or the other organization that is there to match that kind of thinking, to help, to bolster it or support it. So it's about orchestrating a bunch of people, places, and things at the right time. That everything comes together. So the divine is saying, look, we got you hung here. You're feeling sacrificed because we're not going to let you move. We need you to sit still for a while and let us work the magic. It's going to feel like you're facing the storm that's never going to let up, but we've got support for you that way too. All you have to do is ask. You just have to tell us in a quiet moment time and say, I'm hurting. This is going on and I'm hurting. I don't know how to let go of the pain in my heart, that I have been let down and betrayed, that my marriage has been sabotaged by this person's behaviors. Okay? And it might not be an affair, but in any case, it's something that has to do with being irresponsible. So maybe they have a gambling addiction, and they took out a second mortgage, if that's possible, without your signature, but maybe they're mortgaged to the Yahoo through their gambling debt. In that sense, not quite literally mortgage, but the thing is that you're not going to be able to pay for your mortgage, your payments on the house, that then it's got to be repossessed and foreclosed on by the banks. So because of their gambling debt, they owe a lot of money. They owe the what's the place that you go to gamble? Yeah. I'm so busy tapped into what I'm getting that I can't come up with the words that I'm looking for sometimes, because it's kind of like doing a 180 on Archangel Michael. So I'm going one direction, next thing you know I'm going this direction, and I didn't give him any kind of see, I can't even think of the word, any kind of warning, I guess. Where do you gamble, guys? Where do you gamble? At usually in the United States, it's usually owned by Native Americans, First Nations people of the Americas. Maybe I'll think of it. Anyways, no more time. Let's see, Ace of Wands. Here's your offer. Now this lady here, she's sabotaging by causing damage to somebody's beautiful wallpaper. She's got a spray paint can and she's spraying graffiti or just mucking it up, making it look not nice. That's the Ace of Wands. Let me have a think about that. The Ten of Wands, okay? Ten of Wands, 10 is like you're letting it go. You're letting the burdens go. Like he is jumping out of the window, from what I can tell. Either that or he's coming in. But I would say he's leaving his burdens behind. This is the house that he's jumping out of the window from. Judgment. Making a final decision to be happy instead of housed. Be happy. Finding the reasons to be happy. Making that more of a priority than being housed. especially by maybe it's a really nice house that the two of you built together and is custom built, and it has all the bells and whistles, and you just feel really, you love your house and this and that. You might have to let go of the house just so that you can be happy. That you're making that final decision, or waiting for the final decision for the other shoe to fall, you know. But it's about letting go of something so that you, because this is what the divine is cooking up while they got you sitting still, is that you are going to maybe need to have to leave behind that which you loved or love and cherish and covet, so that you can move on to a better place, to a better life experience, and to a better relationship, you know, down the road. Because you know, you're not going to die alone. You know, you're going to eventually meet somebody. Because, you know, this is the tarot after all, right? So we got the Two of Swords here. She is okay. There's somebody on the outside with a key to open the door, and there's the two of them on the inside pushing on the door, trying to keep them out. So it's like maybe a lover and maybe it's two lovers, or a lover and, well, the one that's got the key to the door must be the wife or the husband, and they're trying to avoid them finding out that the two of them are in the room there in the house together. Okay. Then we have the moon. The moon, yeah. Look at the ghost in the Polaroid. It's a mystery. It's a moon. Things that you don't normally see until you take a picture of it, right? And it shows up in the Polaroid. Sometimes, you know, you'll see celestial movements, like spiritual movement, with digital cameras. But if you really want to see what you can't see, it seems to be that the Polaroid camera film catches it. And that's what that's saying. The Eight of Wands is like, there's your communication back and forth. Two of Wands, that's you. Oh my God, Seven of Pentacles. I'm not looking at that one. The Two of Wands is recently deceased, handbook for the recently deceased. Well, that's like you sitting at a crossroads, needing to make a decision, right? I think this is what's going on, Taurus, is that your situation has become unfair. You're facing a storm. You don't know when it's going to let up, or if it's ever going to let up. And even if it does let up, and it's here to tell you that it's transient, it will let up. The divine is saying, yes, you'll be out of the storm. Don't worry. And you'll still have all your faculties. You know, everything will still be in place except your relationship. Okay? So, it could be very much that, you know what I'm thinking here? And I'm sorry, but this is you in heartbreak. But I do feel like you're in heartbreak because you got caught, or you told them. Hang on a minute. Yeah, these two in the Two of Swords are these two in the Four of Wands. And this is, you know, whatever her name is in Beetlejuice, but it could be like your kid, or their kid, or somebody saw you doing that. Or it's the two of you, it can be just the two of you, you and your partner, or your husband, your wife, whatever. That you're dancing, everything was good, that you, whatever, but it's not good. It's not good because it's sabotage. We got the Five of Swords twice, right? There's some major sabotaging going on, and it could be that both of you are having. I just finished watching a show on True Crime Central or whatever, how they're a married couple and they have 3 kids, and they're both having extramarital affairs, but that was their agreement. But he ended up killing her because she fell in love with somebody. All right, so I'm not saying that's going to happen, but let me tell you, the Seven of Pentacles here, this lady here, which is her, she's hanging. She's hung. That's why I'm not showing that, because that's just not where we're going, guys. Don't take it that way, okay? So anyways, there's something that needs to be cut away, right? Because something is not... when something's facing the backside of the scythe, which is like nothing here, there's nothing here. That's good. That's what's to be kept and harvested if there was like, crops or fruit, whatever. But on this side of the scythe, which is all of this, it's to be cut away. It's to be removed. It's to be harvested, and this is what's to be harvested, but not yet. This is to be harvested. This is supposed to be cut down and sent off, to be milled or whatever. So we got some really serious swords here. And somebody, or both of you, okay, so take it like that. If it's not you, it's them. Or if it's not just them, it's both of you have been seeking comfort with someone else outside of your commitment. Okay? So I think that the two of you, you came together, and it was love at first sight or whatever. You fell in love and you decided to either commit to be partners, for the long run, or get married, whatever it is. But it was sabotage right from the beginning, because the two of you, or the one of you, and it may be because we got two five of swords here, right beside each other. That has to do with that the both of you have been possibly behaving in ways that is going to break your union down. So the two of you are going to go this way. But one of you is really in love with the other one, even though you might have been, having dalliance outside. But so someone took a risk. They created, manifested. They had the ability to. They had all that they needed to manifest a good time. Being irresponsible. Because of the commitment, it's irresponsible. Broke somebody's heart. Broke your heart. Broke their heart. Both your hearts broken. Don't know. But things are at a standstill right now, because whoever is the least amount of the guilty party, or the one that's not the guilty party in this scenario, please take it as it resonates. There's no judgment here. I'm just trying to read the energy, okay? The Divine's got you sitting in that chair and saying, you stay right there, because we've got things cooking up for you, okay? The Ace of Wands is that you might be feeling as though you need to do some more sabotaging, to be more dramatic and make them feel your pain, okay? Or the two of you are in that energy of, I'm going to say, I'm not going to apologize for being, stepping out on the relationship. Neither are you going to apologize to it. This is both of you are doing it. Neither are you apologizing to it. In fact, you're going to say something like, and I'm going to do it again. That kind of thing. I'm going to do it again. So yeah, you caught me. I've done it, but I'm going to do it again. So, don't think that I'm just going to stop just because you're not doing it. You're doing it. And how do I know you're going to stop doing it? That kind of thing. Ten of Wands is there's just a lot of sneaking out, right? Someone sneaking in, maybe. Your lover is sneaking in. That very well could be. But that's going to cause a lot of burdens. That, you got to put the window down and put a lock on it and say, no more of that kind of thing. Make that decision to do that, because otherwise you are trying to hide your behavior. Or this could be this person trying to come in, and you've given them a key to your house, that whenever they want to come and see you, you've actually given them a key. They can creep in at any time. And you're with your, let's say you're with your husband who's not doing it. You got to follow this. You're with your husband who's not doing it, but you're trying to, say, there's someone breaking into the house. We got to keep them out, Let's go push on the door. I hear sounds like they got a key. They might be actually using, could be like a burglar, but they have the things that you stick in the locks, the picks, whatever. It could be that too. But the two of you are trying to keep your house. You are doing it because you know that person out there is your lover. They are doing it because they think that there's a burglar trying to break in. Okay? But you're both trying to keep your house, again, like, you're defending your house. And if it's you that hasn't been doing it, and your husband has, it's the same situation. This is the same story here with this card. You don't know what's going on. You think it's a burglar. But it could be that both of you are doing it, and the two of you are like, he might be saying, let her in, or let him in. Let him in. You'd be saying, like, hell no, I'm not letting them in. That's your tease. That's not my tease. If he gets to come in, or if she gets to come in, then mine gets to come in. It's the Two of Swords. Making a decision. Making sure that you two are on the same page about keeping that door shut. Because this has got to be solved. This problem has got to be solved. The storm has got to, storm itself out. You know how they say it, storm itself out, so that things kind of go not back to normal, but things are, more relaxed, where you can actually take a breath and not be so weirded out and afraid that the storm is going to break all your windows out in your house and stuff like that. But there's the Moon card, where things are mysterious. They're not as they seem. You can't see clearly, and you had to take a Polaroid picture to be able to see what kind of fears, what kind of things are around us that might be scary. It's the things that we conjure up in our own mind, right? That with the Eight of Wands, it's that this could be anger, angry communication back and forth. People fight, right? They're saying angry things to each other. And it's you and your person, your husband or your wife, all right, that are having arguments, very heated and very firing, like back and forth arguments, where it's now putting the two of you, or just the one of you, at a crossroads. The crossroad is going to be about letting that the divine, with its timing, to whip up everything, orchestrate everything, so that the two of you can either figure out, if you're both having extramaritals, figure out how the two of you can come back together and smooth out the conflict. Smooth out the conflict and remain together if you really are in love with each other, because there's a broken heart here. If it's one of you that is in love and the other one isn't, then it's about, moving on. And the divine wants to show you, that's where you're in the hanging man position, wants you to see that there is life beyond this for you. There is. Let's see if we can get some energy for you about what's to come. And it's not that Seven of Pentacles where you're hanging. And I'm assuming you're the woman here. Okay, Archangel Michael, what could be, in the near future, what's the outcome? Or whatever, long future, that's what you want. I'm not giving you any rules. Okay, so you tell me, what can our Archangel Michael, let's say that Taurus is the one that's got the broken heart, but is not the one that stepped out and was cheating. Let's say, okay? Let's say that, all right? So it's their partner that has been cheating, and they're brokenhearted about this. I mean, this card, I think of this Ace of Wands with her doing her graffiti, you know, with spray paint, as like payback. You know? Payback. Just like trying to hurt the other person. Yeah. Like, you know how you would key the car? Not you. I know you wouldn't, and I wouldn't, but people key the car? Or they flatten the tires, or they throw a cocktail of volatile cocktail into the window of a house. Like everybody does that. No, but it's just what I'm saying, the example of how you could be trying to make them feel pain too, because you're in pain with this and this energy here. Yeah. Okay, so letting the burdens go. So what is it, Archangel Michael? Please tell me. The Sun. Holy moly. You can't get better energy than the Sun in the tarot deck. That's the best energy. Holy moly. So you've got the Sun. Crossroads. Crossroad is to either hang on to something that's dying and fight and, defend what it is that you want to covet, want to hold on to, hang on to, or let it all go and go the direction that the Divine's trying to help you see with a different perspective, because you're hanging, that they have got a whole other life orchestrated for you at one footstep in front of the other at a time, right? One footstep is not, the Divine's not going to reveal the whole thing to you all at once, because, that's kind of like blowing our mind, right? So one step forward at a time, little bits at a time, the Divine will be able to reveal to you, because it's orchestrating on our behalf all these people, places, and things to line up to your energy so that you experience a happy life, a healed life. Happy and entitled, I'm not entitled, enlightened, but entitled. You're entitled to your happiness, yes. Enlightened, just a refreshed life, a new life. It's all Sun. It's all Sun, happiness, healing, and well-being, health and wealth. Okay? So it looks good. If this is for the person, if this is you, Taurus, the one who's brokenhearted that your person stepped out on you, okay, and you feel like you've got to fight for being able to keep the house, that sort of stuff, or just keep the relationship, the Divine is asking you to let it go, because it's got nothing but sunshine for you moving forward. It's not going to be all sunshine and roses right at the beginning, because how could it be, right? You're in this kind of energy with hanging, and so it's just going to take a little bit of time, but it's one step forward. If you allow yourself one step forward at a time, the Divine reveals the sunshine to you. Little by little. Okay? I hope this has helped you. Take care of yourself. Best of luck. Bye.